Behind the cape. Mike Coulter is teasing joining Daredevil Born Again.
Now, this is a good one. Would you agree that Luke Cage is an original Marvel character? Like, he's not derivative from anyone else. He's not a sidekick. He's not an offshoot character. He's not a spinoff from someone else's main storyline. He's a main character in Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. What were our other stipulations? Would you take an appearance of, let's say, at least a third of the season in Daredevil Born Again as a sufficient role for him?
Him being in a third of the season?
At least a third of the season of Daredevil Born
So out
Again.
of 10 episodes, 3?
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can review Daredevil Born Again.
How does that work, though? Do we
Think
go
we can
back
do that.
and do season 1?
No. Fuck season 1. Ain't nobody else watching anyways. But yeah, no, we'll review the one with Luke Cage in it for sure. That'll be the first time we review a Disney product since Secret Invasion.
There was another one you added, but I feel like Luke Cage still...
I'm still teeter-tottering on Ironheart, but at the same time, I just know how bad it's going to be.
No, I mean, there was another stipulation that you had but...
It was like a main star treatment. He's not getting a main star treatment in Daredevil, but if he at least gets if he gets what John Bernthal got this season, at least, okay, well, I feel like they respected John Bernthal, and that led to a John Bernthal, a Punisher special presentation that's coming out next year. So, if we get a similar thing for Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, why not?
At least it introduces Luke Cage back into the MCU, and maybe we'll get something out of that.
Mm-hmm. I'll show back up when there's something to show up for.
I mean, because currently there's nothing besides, Shuri, and then Captain America.
I'm thinking about Ironheart. If Ironheart busts through the walls and it's tearing stuff up, maybe. But I'm also just not in love with the criminality aspect of the show, and I don't feel like there was a lot of thought put into that whole to what her introduction should actually look like. But
Black Cinema Critic says that's pandering if you only review it for Luke Cage.
Sure. I'm absolutely pandering to black people. Absolutely. 100%.
I don't expect any of the other Defenders to get their own ongoing titles, but I'm quietly hopeful.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to sit up here and say that I'm not watching Marvel because how aggressively dissonant they've been to their black characters, then if they're not that way for a project, how am I to show that that's what I want? Like, I want Luke Cage on screen next to Daredevil. I absolutely want that.
Punish the wrongdoing and actually reward even if it's bare minimum.
Just trying to have some nuance here, just a bit.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a bidding war that includes Jordan Peele for his production company, Taylor Sheridan, Oz Perkins, Glenn Powell for A24, and Netflix is, of course, in there somewhere.
All right. So, obviously, when we're here, hold on. Did you have the studios that they were connected to?
Not Taylor Sheridan and Oz Perkins.
So there's like cohorts. They're going at it as tandem. Most people are, except for Netflix, of course. So it's Monkey Paw and Jordan Peele, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Sheridan is with Blumhouse. I had them all listed out. Hold on. No, Taylor Sheridan's with Paramount. Oz Perkins, I don't even know what the fucking Oz Perkins is. But they're with Neon, and then Glenn Powell's trying to get it at A24.
Yeah.
So, obviously, the name that pops out to all of us is Jordan Peele. Of course, we want Jordan Peele to get it right. Hold on. Time out. Come with me for a second. Jordan Peele has been able to tell horror stories for us where we don't get chopped up, where we don't have to have nightmares of black bodies being ripped apart and done all kind of unholy shit to, right? Without making it traumatic, pleasurable, shocking, still suspenseful and scary to some people, but like not traumatic. White people have had beef with Leatherface for 50 years. I think we should stay out of it. I think we should let them have a beef with Leatherface. You know what I'm saying? That ain't our beef. I don't think I have seen a black person die in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie at period to date. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen 3 Texas, and one of them was low budget and kind of crappy. But I don't think I've seen a black person in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie ever.
Have I not seen a black person die in
a Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What black person Leatherface killed, y'all? Help me out. If I'm tripping, let me know. I think this is white folks' beef, and I think we should just leave it that way. We ain't got no beef with Leatherface.
Perp said Trey Songz, and I was like, did I see him die in
Trey Songz was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Trey Songz?
I know he died in a horror movie, but I couldn't remember if that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I don't know.
Yeah, there was one in 2023. I don't think it was.
That.
I was gonna say I didn't see that
shit. I didn't know there was a Texas Chainsaw Massacre that came out in 2023.
Oh no, that's a video game. Whatever the most recent one was, I don't think I saw. 2022.
Didn't see it.
And he was not in that. Yeah. Okay. So then what was the one before that? 2017?
Let me see that one.
This is Leatherface. The movie is called Leatherface.
Leatherface, that was the one where they showed like actual Leatherface's origin, right? How they showed the kid.
That.
They the what's it called? The corrupt cop actually
Texas
predated.
Chainsaw 3D. I think I do remember that one. Yeah, because Trey Songz is in that one.
What year was that?
2013.
Okay, so there's a couple more.
I think I saw that one.
There's a couple more Texas Chainsaw movies that I wasn't aware of. But Trey Songz is a deviant himself, so he don't even count. Look,
that's a fact.
I don't feel like Leatherface really fucking with us. I don't think he worried about us. You know what I mean? Let them have that. We don't be in the middle of no damn cornfields anyways.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Netflix should probably just have it.
No.
No?
No. I will go either out of that list.
You think A24 should have it?
I would go either Glenn Powell or Taylor Sheridan. Who is Oz Perkins? Anybody know who Oz Perkins is?
Yeah, bro. Oz that's my cousin.
Okay.
Oz Perkins. Okay, was a child actor portraying the young version of Norman Bates in Psycho 2, and later appeared in films such as 6 Degrees of Separation, Legally Blonde, Not Another Teen Movie. Why does that movie keep getting mentioned today? Star Trek and Nope. That's just a Wikipedia page. I don't recognize him.
He was in Not Another Teen Movie?
I don't recognize him from that. He also has since become known for directing horror films such as I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House, Gretel and Hansel, Long Legs, and The Monkey.
I've seen Gretel and Hansel, Long Legs.
Osgood Perkins.
Haven't seen Long Legs yet. Okay, well, yeah, I'd say Glenn Powell,
Long
Taylor Sheridan. Step up, baby.
Was Long Legs the Nicolas Cage movie?
Yes.
Okay, so then that's why. That's why he's big now. All right, anyway. And we always die first. Yes, I get the black people die in horror movies. I was just saying from like the big names, I couldn't think of anybody besides Freddie or Jason.
Now, I said, obviously, a little jokey joke there with the Jordan Peele thing. But if Jordan Peele did get it, how do you think he would flip it? I don't think he's not that type of creator. He's not going to just show black people getting slaughtered all over the place. So how would he flip the narrative of Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I can't even fathom. I can't even immediately fathom. Like, what would you bring into... There's got to be some sort of racial
aspect of it.
To Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You've already done like cowboy westerns.
They've kind of already like dug into Leatherface's past. Like they literally showed us him as a normal human boy.
Yeah.
They showed us him putting the fucking mask on. They gave us his family origin. So it's kind of, I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
William Morlock said he'd make it about jaywalking. Google
William
search
Morlock
shows
sipping.
no one black killed in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Trey Songz is that person.
Hey, man. I don't think Leatherface is our beef. I think Jordan Peele should sit this one out.
How did you like the Game of Thrones video game trailer? I hated it for killing both protagonists.
Yeah,
The trailer already told you that they killed the...
No, it's a one of those. It's an RPG, so you can, it goes the way you go. But okay, the fight scene between Jon and the Night King was doper than what we got in season 8. The result was shit. The result was terrible. I am surprised that they put so much energy into creating that, though, because that shit looked real. That shit looked like I was watching it on my TV. Night King slayed Jon, rose him as a White Walker. Then they shot a javelin at at Drogo and hit him, and he fell off of one. Nah, cuz. Now it looked great, but they put a lot into that trailer. Did a lot. Looks pretty good.
The Culture Made channel said he's definitely going to put a slowed up rap song to it. Maybe some cut. Jordan Peele to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Some cut to a slasher film would be crazy. The Snowfall spinoff has some castings.
Yeah, let me get the names up here. See if we can track down what these fellas have been in, because I don't recognize any of them. Asante Black, Peyton Alex Smith, and Simi Sims. Now, why would y'all name me Simi Sims?
Why not?
Why would y'all name me Simi?
Young Simi Sims.
My last name is Sims.
He was the kid in the Central Park 5 documentary. Asante Black.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. Yep, I know him.
When They See Us. Yep. Okay. Simi Sims. That's Buddy.
Buddy from what?
The singer rapper Buddy.
I don't.
You don't know Buddy?
No.
Buddy's been around. He was on Nipsey, the Victory Lap. He's been on a few Nipsey tracks, actually. He's from the West Coast. Probably most known for Sea Walking.
Peyton Alex Smith.
Peyton Allen Smith. That name I don't know.
Peyton Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. Okay. Is this I'm assuming this is actually here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know him. We'll see what he was in. Peyton Alex Smith. I misspelled it. He was an All-American. And All-American and All-American Homecoming. And he was also in BMF.
Shout out to All-American, by the way. They got renewed for an 8th and final season. That's going to be the last of a dying breed, unfortunately. I don't think you're going to see too many TV shows making it to season 8. So shout out to them.
Yeah, I have not been keeping up with BMF. I'm at least a couple seasons behind, so I don't know. But yeah, okay. I'm not mad at it though. I think that kid Asante Black is a good actor. At least he was one when he was a kid. I don't know what he is as a grown man. Is that the Snowfall spinoff about the record label with Wanda?
Yeah, yep. Wanda and Lee.
Okay. WB voted against Zaslav's $52 million package. His $52 million
symbolically,
pay increase.
They didn't stop shit. He got it anyways. It's basically just a middle finger for him taking the money.
And we don't want you to do it, but you're going to do it anyway.
But you're going to do it anyway, yeah.
All right, last two things. James Cameron acquired rights to The Devils.
I have no idea about this series. I wanted to say it on here just to see if anybody else knew what was going on with Devils. But if James Cameron picked it up, I know I'll be keeping my eye on it for sure.
Yep. I mean, he's still got a lot of Avatar footage he has to get through, but once he's done, I'm sure he'll put that out. Last thing is 007 First Light teaser. I'm excited about that because the same people who made the latest Hitman games are behind it. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
At the very least. You know, some people are mad because I think Q is some minority race, and they've got some minority races behind it. Yeah, they've race swapped some of the characters in it, basically.
Yeah.
So you know, of course, that's
play the game.
People. The game looks good, regardless.
They need to bring back the GoldenEye mute.
They have to bring back some aspect of it to play in multiplayer. Like online multiplayer with that would be crazy.
I was watching a TikTok or a YouTube short the other day, and this girl was talking about how video games used to be set up, how they used to be set up as just like co-ops. Mm-hmm. You had to sit in a room.
I think I see what you're talking about.
The game systems used to come with multiple controllers. Mm-hmm. That was something that popped up to me. Yep. But there was encouraged multiplayer play in the games.
Like we are going to play in the living room
together.
Wherever, yeah,
like one of us is going to buy this game and we're going to go to each other's house and play it. I mean, like we going to play this joint at each other's house, and then online broke out, and you know that enhanced the play. But it was never a thing like you only gonna play online, like you only gonna play people thousands of miles away. Like, no, man, if you was playing Madden, you was going to people's houses playing Madden, you was going to GameStop for tournaments, you was playing places. You know, you take them joints, you take them controllers. The idea that the controller is now like $60 for these things is insane. Crazy. But again, people play by themselves.
Yeah.
People play by themselves. They don't play with other people in the house.
Simply a replacement because your
other one died. Because the other one died, or you broke it. Yeah,
thrown through the TV.
Exactly.
Yeah. For everybody who cares, me and Marcus are only friends because he had literally every video game at one point.
I had a lot of video games.
You had like every fucking game. It was like, damn, I'm about to just chill over his house and play all the video games. Good times. All right, that is Behind the Cape.